Breathe in. Let it out. Breathe in.
Greetings and peace. What's going on with y'all? This is Queen Sarita. I'm coming to you to do this meditation. About a story that we are talking about here, which is being mindful of the seeds that you plant and how important that is. Once we finish with this meditation, we'll discuss it more in the context of psychic mediumship and what that means. And how can it help you out with making more money and everything else I'm trying to tell you. And just feeling really good about the work you do or the things you do, the energy you're putting out into the world. When you're mindful of the seeds you plant, it does help. And I'm not telling you to try to strive for some sort of perfection. But as a part of this course, being mindful of the seeds you plant is so important because it's something that was vital to my path. And if I didn't share this, then I'd be wasting a good bit of your time. And you know I'm not going to be doing that. Here's your meditation.
Breathe in. Let it out.
Find a quiet location, just quiet enough.
Breathe in.
As you hear my voice, where you won't be disturbed for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then come sit somewhere safe and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And allow yourself to gently come into a full breath. On the in and the out breath, you do belong, you do matter. Take up as much air as you need to. There's plenty to go around. And for you as well.
Breathe in.
Yes, it means you as well. And as you breathe
Let
in
it out.
and breathe out
Breathe in.
and breathe in, listening to my
Let it
voice,
out.
calmer at the sound of it. Relax entirely
Breathe
into a comfortable space during this meditation. Feel free to read the meditation to yourself first or after, or just listen to this audio file. I'll guide you through the whole thing. The title of your meditation is Be Mindful of the Seeds You Plant. There was this famous story. Relax and just breathe in and out and just see what comes up for you as I read this story to you, okay? There was this famous story. Once upon a time, a jade emperor in the Far East was growing old and knew it was time to choose his successor. Instead of choosing one of his assistants or his children, he decided something different. He called young people in the kingdom together one day and he said, "It's time for me to step down and choose the next emperor, the next jade emperor at that. I have decided to choose one of you." And the children were shocked, but the emperor continued. He said, "I'm going to give each of you a seed today. One very special seed. I want you to plant the seed, water it, and come back here after 1 year from today with what you have grown from this one seed. And then I'll judge the plants that you bring, and the one I choose will be the next Jade Emperor." So immediately the boy named Ling was there that day, and he, like the others, he received a seed. He went home and excitedly told his mother the story, and she helped him get a pot and the planting soil, and he planted the seed and watered it carefully, and every day He would water it and watch it to see if it had grown, and breathe in, relax, and breathe out. About after 3 weeks, some of the other youths and children began to talk about their seeds, and the plants were beginning to grow for them. Ling kept checking his seed, but nothing ever grew. And 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, well, it went by and still nothing. By now, others were talking about their plants, but Ling, he didn't have a plant. And he felt like a failure. 6 months went by and still nothing in Ling's pot. He just knew he had killed his seed. Now everyone else had trees and tall plants, but he had nothing. Ling didn't say anything to his friends. However, he just kept waiting for his seed to grow. Now, after a year finally went by, and all the children of the kingdom, they brought their plants to the emperor for inspection. Breathe in. Now, Ling told his mother, and breathe out and continue. Ling told his mother that he wasn't going to take an empty pot. But being honest about what happened, he felt like he should do that. So Ling felt sick to his stomach, but he knew his mother was right. That's what she said he should do. So he took his empty pot to the palace. And that's when Ling arrived, and he was amazed by the variety of plants grown by the other children. They were beautiful in all shapes and sizes, and Ling, well, he put his empty pot on the floor, and many of the other children, well, they laughed at him. And a few felt sorry for him and just said, "Hey, nice try."
Breathe in.
When the emperor arrived, he surveyed the room and he greeted the youth and the young people. Ling just tried to hide in the back away from the Jade Emperor.
Breathe in.
"What great plants, trees, and flowers you have grown," said the emperor. "Today, one of you will be appointed the next emperor." All of a sudden, the emperor spotted Ling at the back of the room with his empty pot, and he ordered his guards. He ordered his guards to bring Ling to the front. Ling was terrified. "The emperor knows I'm a failure. Maybe he will have me killed." When Ling got to the front, the emperor called his name. My name is Ling," he replied. All the kids, they were laughing and making fun of him. The emperor asked everyone to quiet down. He looked at Ling and then announced to the crowd, "Behold your new emperor. His name is Ling." Ling couldn't believe it. Ling couldn't even grow his seed. How could he be the new emperor?
Let it out.
Then the emperor said, "1 year ago today, I gave everyone here a seed, and I told you to take care of the seed, plant it, water it, bring it back to me today. But I gave all of you boiled seeds, which would not grow." Yes, boiled seeds. All of you, except Ling, have brought me trees and plants and flowers. When you found that the seed would not grow, you substituted this seed for the one I gave you. Ling. Yes, Ling was the only one with the courage and honesty to bring the pot with the seed in it. Therefore, he's the one who's going to be the new emperor. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. The message, the moral to the story is, if you plant honesty, you will reap trust. If you plant goodness, you will reap friends. If you plant humility, you'll reap greatness. If you plant perseverance, you'll reap victory. If you plant consideration, you'll reap harmony.
Let it out.
If you plant hard work, you will reap success. If you plant forgiveness, you'll reach and reap reconciliation. If you plant openness, you will reap intimacy. If you plant patience, you will reap improvements. If you plant faith, you will reap miracles. But if you plant dishonestly, you will reap distrust. If you plant selfishness, you will reap loneliness. If you plant pride, you will reap destruction. If you plant envy, you will reap trouble. If you plant laziness, you will reap stagnation. If you plant bitterness, you will reap isolation. If you plant greed, you will reap loss. If you plant gossip, you will reap enemies. If you plant worries, you will reap wrinkles. If you plant so-called sin, you will reap guilt. Remember your graves, because your way passes over it. Whatever you plant, you will pass over it. You will be dealt with as you deal with others, it is said, and you will reap what you sow, and what you send today, you will see and meet tomorrow. So be mindful and careful of what you plant now. It will determine what you reap tomorrow. The seeds you now scatter will make life worse or better. Your life or the ones who will come after. Yes, someday. You will enjoy the fruits, or you will pay for the choices you plant today. Be mindful of the seeds you plant. Thank you so much, and we'll dive into this more as it pertains heavily to psychic mediumship. And thank you. This is Queen Sarita with naturallyhighlife.com, and I'm closing out.